How you doing, my people? So first and foremost, I would like to thank all of you guys who helped me out here on eBay. If you want to see my other video, it will be at the end of this video, an annotation that'll take you there, or you can simply just go on my channel and look at my last video. But for those of you who don't know, I was raising money to buy an Xbox. And I put up some of my old games on Amazon. I mean, not Amazon, eBay. And you know, I was just telling you guys about it. You know, try to check it out. Stuff got lots of cool games on there. And you know, and I managed to raise enough money in order to buy one for myself, which was perfect. Plus more, which I'm probably going to spend on airsofting if I can, if I have enough to. So so I just want to thank you guys. I currently have an Xbox 360. Slim, my friend's, he wanted to keep it actually for some reason, so I just bought my own, which was much cheaper actually. It's kind of funny. So yeah, so I bought an Xbox Slim. My gamer tag is allnall247 like normal. So if you guys would love to play with me, I would love to play with you. So I'm hoping you would love to play with me. Please add me allnall247. Send me a request. I will answer as soon as possible. So if you guys want to play some games, yeah, please add me. The only thing I have right now is Modern Warfare 2. I did get Modern Warfare 3 on eBay, fairly cheap actually, which was a great deal. I'm just waiting for that to come. So I will be playing Modern Warfare 3 when I get it. I'm still getting used to the controller, so I'm not too good, and I was trying to get a gameplay on there to like a little surprise. Oh, whoops, I dropped something. I was trying to get a gameplay on there, but you know, it just didn't work. So if you guys are noticing what is up with this video, I put on a color booster, so it's really more vibrant. But if you guys do not like the color booster, please tell me. I think it's kind of cool. You know, I love color booster. And here it's like, oh my god, that's stupid. I panic knifed him and nothing happened. I panic knifed him. You saw that. You all saw that. Yeah, so I'm working really hard on a video right now, and I'm gonna have this up when I'm done. But it's a really long video, and I'm not gonna tell you what it is about. But you know, I'm gonna do it really well, use some good editing. You know, just kind of putting a lot of effort into this video. So that's going. That's some of the news. So not really much else. God, I keep dropping this. You know, I'm not gonna hold that. Dropped it on my keyboard. Dang it. Yeah, so not really much else in news going on, just, you know, some average stuff. So I'm just going to give you my opinions on my new Xbox. I really think it's a very decent machine. I think, you know, it's really improved over the years, you know, and I mean, there's parts that are bad to it, parts that are good, you know, and you know, it's a great machine. One thing I do hate though, and I made me so frustrated, was that it's like touch buttons on the console to eject things and stuff. And you know, I was resetting my setup, and I'm gonna give you guys a video of my setup with my Xbox and everything. I rearranged my setup, moved a bunch of things, and moving my Xbox, having it plugged in, and you know, setting it up. I kept turning it on like 50 times and having to turn it off. I was afraid it was going to break, and luckily it didn't. But I kept turning it on, turning it off, because my arm kept waving over it, and you know, that's a really big nuisance to me. And I see that's why Sony decided to get rid of that and their Slim, while Xbox decided to put it in their Slim. So it's kind of ironic, and it's kind of funny at the same time. Yeah. So if you guys ever see me, really quickly, put any or do any random knifing here, I switched it tactical. So knifing was kind of weird for me, but I'm really used to it now, so that's not a problem anymore. But back on the Xbox, you know, I think it's a good machine. The controllers are pretty good. They're a really snug fit. They do make your hands cramped. They really hurt your hands. And you know, it's just like stretching my fingers up there to get to the left toggle, and you know, it's kind of annoying. But I'm just used to the PlayStation 3 controller. But you know, I do think that happens to a lot of people, where it hurts your hands, and it's just because it's like your hands. I don't know what it is about it, but it just hurts my hands after playing for a while. So I'm trying to avoid that. I'm not gonna play my Xbox that much. You know, but when I do decide to play for a long time, I'm going to put ice packs on my hands, hopefully. But you know, I think it's good. I think their online store is pretty good. You know, you can download full games, and you know, PlayStation you can download full games too, but not as many. But there are a lot of features on both consoles, and I'm gonna say they're really the same thing. You know. what I think is Xbox is more user friendly, online gaming friendly, but PlayStation has more features such as DVD options and just a bunch of stuff, and kind of like an easier setup going on. And I think that's important for people who aren't really into gaming, but I mean they just want a console anyways for the features that it has. The online movie rental features, really, really, really good. I love using it when there's nothing on Netflix and I want to get like this big movie I can watch instantly. Netflix doesn't provide that, so it's really handy to have. I haven't discovered enough Xbox yet to see if they did have a movie rental thing, but I think that it has more features. But both consoles are getting to the point where they're going to be the same exact thing practically. They're just going to look different, and the controllers are going to be different. I mean, that's just the way it is, because each console is learning from each other. But I must say that the PlayStation 3 was superior when it first came out to the Xbox when it first came out. The Xbox, Red Ring of Death, a lot of problems with it. It was squeaky. It kept making really weird noise. You had to buy a fan, and still even today you have to buy like a $150 hard drive, which I find to be a ripoff. And it still uses battery packs on the controllers, but I mean, it was kind of like a mess then when it first came out. Really, really, really bad menu system. But now it's a great console. It's worth getting. And basically the only decision you should make when either buying an Xbox or PS3 is how many of your friends like what the I don't know how to word this. Okay, what console do more of your friends have? That's basically what should determine it. Now, more of my friends have a PlayStation by far. About like, I don't know, maybe 4/5 of all my friends have PlayStations, but I did want to play with those other guys who did not have it, so I decided just to get one. I want to play with you guys who do not have a PlayStation, only have an Xbox, and I am on Steam for you PC players. I am on Steam under the same name, on247. My Mac is not with me right now, but I used to play Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops, COD 4, COD 5, everything on my Mac, and it ran perfectly. For those of you who don't say Mac can play games, so great graphics and everything. So I was on Steam. I am on Steam. So if you guys want to give me a message, feel free to. I do not check Steam very regularly though, so it might take me a while. But whatever. So get my AC 130 here. So basically, great console. I love it. I'm glad I bought it. I don't feel like it's a rip-off. I would have felt like it was a rip-off a couple of years ago. Totally. But, not to diss, but it is a good console. It's a very good console. And, it's just a lot of fun, and I love, just having something new. It's exciting. So, usually the hate I've been ever given Xbox in the past, it's not as deserving, except for, like, certain stereotypes which are just plain funny. But there's a lot of good things to it, and that's really what matters. But like I was saying before, both consoles are practically the same now, just basically off preference and just friends, like stuff like that. I do still hate Microsoft. I hate them so much, and I hate Bill Gates. That's my worst enemy by far, Bill Gates, totally. And if this were an Apple Microsoft sort of thing, I'm very sad Steve Jobs died, and I think it's a total shame, and especially because he never got to have justice on Bill Gates for stealing all of his inventions. Justice needs to be served now. But, I think they made up. I think they did. Steve Jobs is a great guy, and I really appreciate him. But things die. Humans die, animals die, plants die, trees die, even the rocks die. No, the rocks don't die, but plants die, which is sad. Which is really sad. I think PETA would find that sad, actually. I have to say, I was watching Comedy Central the other day. Voice crack. I was watching Comedy Central Daily Show. Oh my gosh. Okay, so they did this thing on PETA. PETA decided to sue SeaWorld for enslaving Shamu and her other orcas. Fellow orcas, I should say. And they thought they had a very good case, and they were probably going to win. So, there's a really funny video on it, It's just practically hilarious. This black guy representing him and his people, obviously the African Americans who were enslaved in America's past, even in other countries like Britain and not even in Britain, but in Africa there were slaves, of course, during the whole imperialist movement in the 1800s. And even the 1700s actually, but he was representing them, but more of in like a nonchalant way. So that I just found it hilarious what he was saying. So it was like he found a picture of her. This is the best part. He found a picture of her, her and her dog, and he went up to her and he's like, "Who's this?" And she's like, "This is Sophie." Is that her real name or just her slave name? She's my companion, not my slave. Do you walk her? Yes, every day. With a leash? It was so funny. It was so funny. The expression on her face, she was so nervous. And the best part of that is he brought his lawyer in to file a lawsuit against her for not paying the animals royalties for putting their pictures on his website. So that's all. See you guys. Gotta go.
We're gonna skate to one song only.